Today, we are looking at Henry Fuseli's most notable work, The Nightmare. The Nightmare reflects Fuseli's fascination with the supernatural. Unlike other paintings from his era, The Nightmare has no historical content or moralistic subject. The content is fully from his imagination, which at first glimpse appears to be a disturbing landscape in Fuseli's mind. He has painted a daunting portrayal of a woman saturated in white, arm extended across a bed. Her left arm is strung down to the floor, and her head and right arm are also bent off the bed. A supernatural appearing figure is rested on her torso, and in the black background, the face of a horse with glowing eyes appears. The painting startled and terrified visitors when it was first revealed at the annual Royal Academy exhibition in London in 1782. It has undergone many interpretations since its initial debut and has been featured in psychoanalytic discussions around the unconscious and the state of dreams. There are three regions in the nightmare. We first look at the foreground where the woman lies. We can see it is lit up with white. Her dress, the mattress, are soft blue, yet look almost completely white with the bright lighting. It is our initial focal point, contrasted with the dark red of the blanket below, the brown furniture, and the shadows over the supernatural figure in the background. We see fine details in the lines of her unconscious face, the position of her body in this state. The second region is the gnome-like creature that is sitting on her body. He's covered in shadows, but we can see certain details are highlighted in a bronzy yellow light. His arm, his nose, the folds of his lips and chin contoured by the bronze hues. He is crouched with what appears to be his hand held below his cheek. He has long, wide, non-human fingers and a stocky, stout body frame. The final region in the background houses the black horse. It is almost entirely immersed in shadows. In contrast, the eyes and nostrils are almost glowing. The nostrils are flared up, and the mouth is partly open. Fuseli painted The Nightmare during the Age of Reason, or Age of Enlightenment, and this gives some sort of context to his work, or rather, his withdrawal from his father's neoclassic style. His father, Johann Caspar Fuseli, was a portrait painter and a Swiss art collector. He particularly valued the virtues of neoclassical painting. In his youth, Fuseli mimicked his father's collection on paper, sketching multitudes of the work over many years. Ironically, his father disapproved and was determined that Fuseli receive a classical education. He wanted Fuseli to become a minister of the church. Fuseli found himself in Germany, London, and Italy after being exiled from Switzerland for political reasons. He fell under the influence of the German Enlightenment philosophers, such as Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Perhaps it was this influence that prompted him to declare he was not a Christian, and further influence his Romanticism style, revolting against the neoclassicism's rational nature. It would appear that Fuseli had a personal vendetta against Christianity and neoclassicism. We find no order, restraint, or forms that represent or mimic real life in the nightmare, instead mythical creatures, showing Fuseli's reaction to scientific rationalization. As the name suggests, the nightmare is a reflection of a horrifying dream state, the unconscious woman, the two demonic creatures that reside with her. Perhaps there is a symbolic relationship with the horse in the background and the word nightmare. Removing night, we are left with mare, which is a female horse. The work is timeless and inexhaustible. It is currently on exhibit at the Detroit Institute of Arts and is referenced by a multitude of people to this day. According to the DIA website, it suggests the way the woman feels in the grip of a demonic nightmare, not what she sees. The artist correctly depicts the feelings of the disturbed possession. Fuseli paints a melancholic and unsettling insight into the psychological darkness of the mind.